Hello, everybody, and welcome to not the United Stand. Mark Goldbridge, that's football. How are we all doing? Leeds against Tottenham is our first stream of 2021. Watch along on this channel. And look, very excited about this one, to be honest with you. I think if you're going to pick any team to sit and watch, I said it over Christmas, Leeds are the team to go for. They're not going to win the league. Of course they're not going to win the league, but they are a team that's going to play wide open. Spurs need to win. They definitely do need to win. Mourinho, they've dropped so many points. It's almost become their consistent thing, isn't it, with Spurs, that they get in, they'll get an early goal, then they'll sit back. And look, we'll see how it works out for Spurs today. But I do think they've got to win. Leeds are that team that they can lose any game because they'll give you a chance, but they also can batter teams, as we've seen before. So very excited to see this. Also, we'll be keeping an eye out on Rangers versus Celtic. If anybody was actually thinking about watching Fulham versus Burnley, and I'd say what you're doing with your life if you were going to watch that, that's been postponed again because of COVID cases for Fulham. So Fulham, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I suppose we've got to be a little bit mindful of what's going on there. But there are still plenty of games to be played today, of course. So a lot of games getting postponed today for various reasons. I'm not too sure. But look, let's have a look at the teams and everything like that. A few Arsenal fans in the fine. It's not on. It's on BT Sports, Emperor King. No, it's not. It's not a prime weekend. And thoughts on Reguilon, Lamela and Lo Celso breaking lockdown rules? Didn't know that they had, not been made aware of that, so I can talk about that. None of them start today. Lo Celso, I think, is injured anyway, isn't he? But Lloris in goal for Spurs. Doherty, Alderweireld, Dyer and Davies is the back four. Winks and Hoberg, and then you've got Bergwijn and Dembele, Son and Kane. On the bench, they've got Reguilon, Hart, Rodon, Sissoko, Ali, Tanganga, Lucas Moura, and Alves, Morez and Carvalho Fernandes. Basically Fernandes and that junior player, Vinicius player, sorry. Leeds, Misalaya, Dallas, Eiling, Struch, Alioski, Phillips, Rafina, Rodrigo, Klich, Harrison and Bamford. Good that they're getting Rodrigo into the team as well now. I think that's a positive for them. But how do I think this game is going to go? And I think it's made more interesting when you actually look at the Premier League table, because Spurs have played 15 games. They are currently on 26 points. If they were to win this game today, they would only be 4 points off Manchester United and Liverpool, having played the same amount of games. So it's really weird when you look at Spurs, because they've dropped so many points this season. But if they win this game today, the interesting thing is, because Spurs had a game cancelled in midweek, they will have played the same games as Liverpool and Man United after this game and would be 4 points off them. And they have got Liverpool to play at the end of January, and obviously they've got United to play as well. So still very much in a title race, Spurs, if they can win today. But the problem with Spurs is they struggle to win games. So I feel it's a bit like United when we played Villa last night. If you want to be in a title race, you've got to win that game. And we did. And Villa played really well. And I think Spurs, if they want to be in a title race, they've got to win. But for Spurs, they'd love to be in a top four race, because I don't think at the start of the season that was their aim. So Spurs have got to win this game. Leeds on 23 points. If they win this, they go level with Spurs. So there's prizes for both clubs there. And with Chelsea playing Man City tomorrow, which we'll be doing a watch along for that as well, and Southampton playing Liverpool on Monday, which we're doing a watch along on this channel for that as well. There's some big games this weekend and opportunities for teams to get in there. Do you think Luke Shaw should get an England call-up, says Sion? I don't really care about England, to be honest with you. I don't really care about England. I mean, I don't take any notice of the things that Gareth Southgate does, because I don't think he really knows what he's doing, to be honest. But there you go. So score prediction in this one, it should have a lot of goals in it, so I'm going to go 3-2 to Spurs. But hopefully we will get some good performances. Somebody just said Mark Snowbridge. I'm going to check the weather forecast in a moment, actually, because apparently there is going to be some snow. But please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Welcome to the channel. You're very, very welcome if you are new. And we've got a lot of things going on here on this channel, especially this weekend. Loving the FIFA career mode as well, playing on ultimate difficulty. It's really good, so I can't wait to play that again as well. So lots and lots to get involved with. I mean, look, look, I don't really know what to say about that. Do I think that there was somebody asked a question there? Do you think the Premier League is going to get suspended? I can't say it's not going to get suspended. I don't think it needs to be a voluntary thing. I think it needs to be a government decision to suspend it. I don't think, as I've said before, that there is any benefit to suspending the Premier League for a couple of weeks because, you know, fitness levels will drop. If you stop it for 2 weeks, I think it'll end up, you know, going more. I actually think that clubs can keep a better tab on what their players are doing when we're playing football. Because, you know, if you're not playing football, then players sort of got their own time. I think, you know, we've seen the difficulties that people like Mason Greenwood have had where he's a young teenager, you know, wants to do what young teenagers do. If he's got football and he's training every day, then that occupies his time. If you say we're not doing anything, then what do those people do? So it's difficult in that sense, I think. So I think that football really important to keep the football running, if you know what I mean, and I'm sure you do. Do you think that Koundé would be a perfect for Man United to 6008? I think Koundé would be a very good player for a lot of clubs in the Premier League, to be honest with you. I really do like him. I think that you know, Manchester United need a centre-back, but so do Liverpool. I don't think many teams wouldn't fancy taking Jules Koundé from Sevilla, and I think he will be a player that, you know, does move on from Sevilla. If not this season, then, you know, this summer, and then I think maybe the summer after that. But, you know, he's a very good player. I'm not sure Manchester United are looking at him. I would like Manchester United to be looking at him. I'm not sure that we are. So can't really say much more than that. Arsenal versus West Brom prediction, says Rafferty. I'd expect Arsenal to win that. Yeah, I'd expect Arsenal to win that one, to be honest with you. I don't envisage... I think Arsenal are going to go on a bit of a run now. And I would expect them to get the result against West Brom. West Brom are a bit of an odd one, aren't they? They've dropped, got smashed by, was it Leeds midweek, and they also, but then, you know, before that they've beaten. Sorry, I'm just making sure that works. They got a draw against Liverpool, so, you know, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one with that, but you would expect that from West Brom, and I would expect I would expect Arsenal to win that. Man United have got Arsenal to play at the end of the month, actually, so looking forward to that. Nice easy 3 points at the end of the season at the Emirates, but there you go. Just having a quick look around, see if there's any sort of news that we can bring you at the moment. Nothing huge at the moment. Do you have Son or Kane in your fantasy team, says Anthony Blackett? I think I've got both in because I haven't actually changed my fantasy Premier League team in a very long time, probably in about 6 weeks. So it's probably still been doing all right because it has got people like Harry Kane and Son and Calvert-Lewin and Bergwijn in it, but I haven't changed it in quite a while. So I know what I'm sort of trying to spin a few plates here. So please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. That's what I was going to check. I think we're only 10 subscribers away from 281,000. That's what I want. I knew there was something in my head that I was thinking about going to my phone for. So we're 10 subscribers away from 281,000. So please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. As I said, we've got this watch along for you today. We're doing Chelsea against Man City tomorrow, and we're doing Liverpool against Southampton on Monday night. So a bit of a post-Christmas treat of 3 watch-alongs and 3 big games. Spurs can go 4 points off the top of the league tonight if they win today. Leeds can level up with Spurs if they win today. You've got Man City and Chelsea tomorrow. Both teams will still fancy themselves getting into some sort of race. And then obviously Liverpool Southampton's a big game Monday night. So subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Happy New Year, Mark. Best wishes for 2021, says the Dugout Football Channel. Thank you, mates. Happy New Year to you and yours as well, and everybody who's tuning in. It is our first watch along of the year. I think it's our first stream of the year on here, actually, because I didn't do FIFA Career Mode yesterday, did I? So yes, it is the first one of the year. I hope everyone's doing well. Lots of streams on the United Stand, as I'm expecting in January. Hopefully we're going to have a busy time on and off the pitch, because I think we do need to make some signings there. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that works out. But, and it's a big but, there is a lot of football to be played this weekend. And I'm hoping for this game. I don't really care really. I just want to see a good game. That's what I want, and I'm sure everybody's the same. I want to see a good game of football between these teams, and I certainly think that, you know, as I say, looking at the Premier League title again, Spurs have got the opportunity to go up to third place. They'll go above Leicester and they'll go above Everton on goal difference if they win today. Really big opportunity for Spurs to go up to third, 4 points off the top. Chelsea and Man City both on 26 points playing each other tomorrow. Obviously, Man City have got 2 games in hand on Chelsea, so it's imperative that Chelsea win against Man City tomorrow. That's massive. That would put Chelsea up onto 29 points as well. And then obviously you've got Liverpool and Southampton. Southampton could also go up to 29 points if they beat Liverpool and be only 4 points off Liverpool. So big opportunities in these 3 big games. I know Arsenal fans want themselves to be in some sort of race, but you're not. I can't lie, you're not in it. Luke Purdy says we're in a bloody title race. Thanks for everyone who's doing the super chats. You can do that through the $sign if you want to read out for those. Thank you very much. Career mode, I haven't decided when that's going to be back yet. I'm hungry to get it back. Of course I am. What's that red thing there? Oh, I know what it is. It's all right. It's my timer. What's happened to my bloody timer? They're having a bloody laugh. What's going on? The fuck? The timer's just gone all red and long. Don't know what's going on there. The bloody hell. Well, I'm trying to start the timer up here and I've got no idea what's going on. Bloody hell, it's massive. Don't know what it was doing there. It went really big. I've never seen it that big before. Bloody hell. Anyway, it's running. It was massive. Still quite big. That's better. I don't know, it had a mind of its own there, the timer. It's got really big, really fast. That's what she said. You knew that was coming. Not going to disappoint. That's not in the right position. That's what she said as well. I don't like that. Now I can't get it in the right bit. I'm just going to do it there. That'll do. That'll do. Anyway, we have kicked off. So yeah, I mean, look, this game could go either way. I think it's Leeds normally are a pleasure to watch. High press, man for man, lots of space. I mean, it's the one game of the season we could play Dan James in, and you can very rarely play Dan James. I mean, he really is Sonic the Hedgehog with no brain. But against Leeds, it worked perfectly. So you wonder what somebody like a Son can do. I'd be, if I was a Spurs fan, I'd be expecting Bergwijn to deliver in this game. You know, he's been at the club a year, cost a lot of money. He's going to get a lot of space in a game like this. I would expect Bergwijn to do something. My man Mark, lots of love, mate. Thank you for helping me so much through 2020. Says PJ Pennington. Big up to you, PJ. Hope you're doing well. Have you noticed Shaw and Wan-Bissaka do the same on crosses? Says Oliver Smith. Well, it's probably coaching. Welcome to the Members Club, Burat. Thank you for that. And hey, Mark, my dad passed away last month and you've helped me through this whole terrible year, hoping for a big Spurs win, says Dylan Carey. Rest in peace to your dad, Dylan. And I know that... it's difficult. The timer is not wrong. It's a few seconds wrong, actually. It's 2 seconds wrong. Let me sort that out. You're right. Let me sort it out. 0, 2. People get very pedantic about timers, though, because what they don't realise is that my timer is there for you to sync in with. It's not there it's not there to be accurate with your TV. You're an absolute peasant if you think my timer is going to be accurate with your TV, because I'm streaming. So there could be no delay, there could be 10 seconds delay, there could be 20 seconds delay. My football match might be ahead of yours because I'm in a different country. The whole point of the timer is not to sync in with your TV timer. It's for you to sync in with me if you want to. And still, we get prats who don't really actually realise what the purpose of my timer is. It's not to sync in with your... How can I sync in with your TV when I'm live streaming through a system that might have a bit of a delay, and you might be watching in a different country where you've got a different delay anyway? So it's a syncing thing. There you go. Anyway, quick, fast start to the game, which is what we would expect. I've gone 3-2 to Spurs. That's what I've gone with. Bye-bye, Divan Sahota. You know what you're doing, and you know what's going to happen if you do it. So, cheerio. Hi, Mark. I get that you and some fans think that we are technically in a title race. Side netting there from... is it Klitsch? Lovely little play. He was well onside as well. Half a chance. Good chance. Not a great chance, but a half a chance. And it was not. It was Alioski, actually, the left back, overlapping. So Leeds starting off very well there. Hey, Mark, I get that you and some fans think we're technically in a title race as Forever PVM. I still don't think we are. If we draw to Liverpool, is it safe to that instead of a technical that we are 110% in a title race? Forever PVM, I said last night, we're not in a technical title race anymore. We're in a title race. I said this, if we beat Wolves and Villa, we're in a title race. I know technically we've been in a title race because of where we are, and I think technically Spurs are in a title race if they win tonight because they're only 4 points off the top. 4 points is nothing. It can change around. You're technically in a title race. But I believe United are in a title race. Doesn't mean that they will stay in one. I think, you know, I've seen Man United win so many titles. I've seen Liverpool and Man City go for titles. I know what a title race is, like many of you are. You're in a title race, but you're not. That's not a divine right. You know, if United go and draw 3 games and Liverpool go 7 points clear, you're not really in a title race so much anymore, are you? So as of now, I believe United are in a title race. They've got the same points as Liverpool, which is effectively first place. Yeah, we're in a title race. Leeds have started off a lot better than Spurs here so far. My prediction is 3-2, Gracie. And I watched the game last night with my granddad. He has a massive agenda against Rashford. Did my head in, says Oliver Smith. There's a few people out there who are not big fans of Rashford. I don't really get it. I'm not convinced that, you know, people like Ricky don't like Rashford. When Rance and Saeed used to be on the channel, they didn't like Rashford much either. I just hope that these people can change their minds, because I don't think having these preconceived, stubborn opinions on players do you any favour, because players change, they evolve. And I feel that Rashford, whilst he didn't have the best game yesterday, he's just got that moment in him that can win a game that you need in a flair player. I think if a centre-back or a midfielder's having a bad game, you take them off. But if Rashford's not having a great game, you keep them on for that one moment. And that one moment can win you a game. It doesn't mean they've had a great performance, but they've delivered. Hi Mark, great win yesterday. Hope you have a very happy new year. Thanks for making my 2020, says Callum Connolly. Thank you very much for the super chat there. Haven't played cricket in years, Justin Fisher. Not in years and years. Anand says, yeah, but Rashford was crap yesterday. Colour of Leeds kit is sort of like a red wine colour. And would you take Mustafi on loan? He's quick, says Roppolarino. I'd rather take Mustafa crap than Mustafi at centre-back, which is probably the same person, really. Problem with Rashford is he runs too much like Dan James. Yeah, but he's actually got a final a delivery point, Rudy, hasn't he? I think that's the difference we can all notice with Marcus Rashford. I think Marcus Rashford's very important, and I think that, you know, with flair players, they're always going to frustrate you because they're going to try things that people can't do. In relation to this game, Leeds definitely have started off the better. I think this is disappointing from Spurs. I thought they were going to have a really good season, Spurs, but they just seem to have lost a lot of confidence recently. And, you know, it's Bielsa versus Mourinho. We've not really spoken about that a lot, and I think that's really, really important as well. It's two, you know, I wouldn't say legends of the game. Mourinho's a legend of the game, but certainly it's two of the most interesting manager types in the Premier League. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how it's going to pan out. I'm gonna say something here. Oh no, it's all right. I was just looking on that old Leeds TV to see if they've got the one who goes, fuck off, you're gonna fucking laugh. But he's not on today. Leeds on the attack here. Thiago staying fit will be key for Liverpool, says Greg H. Wiggy. Oh, lovely cross coming in again. Bodies throwing themselves at it, but nobody can get on the end of it. And Leeds have started off so much better than Spurs here. Deserves a tweet. Maybe Mourinho would use... I mean, I'm sure Jose will be not happy that they didn't play in the week. Here's a chance for Son. Good tackle by Leeds. Leeds just looking a little bit more energetic than Spurs at the moment. Do you think if we win this title this season, it will mean more than any other title you've witnessed? Because of how big United has got, says Mr. Colt. This title would... You know, I don't even want to say this. Oh, Leeds in. He's done well. Cut it back. Bang! Over the bar. Over the bar. Spurs a bit ragged here. We should sign Costa just for the memes, says Ashik. Cross came back from Harrison. And it's Click who puts it over the bar. I mean, a bit of a handball on Doherty there. I think it would be very harsh to give it, but they could have given it. As Killian said, that's a handball. Be a bit harsh to give it, and I don't think they will. But Click probably should have scored. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Spurs at the moment. They're a little bit, a bit of an oddity, bit of a space oddity at the moment. They've been in a good position. They've dropped so many points, and yet if they can find a way to win this, they would be only 4 points off the top. But it'd be encouraging to somebody like Arsenal this, because they would look. Oh, lovely ball by Kane into Son there, right hand side. I mean, Spurs literally looking to defend and hit on the break, even though they're the home side. Going back to what Mr. Colt said, though, I mean, look, if Man United could win this title, it would be massive. Absolutely massive. I mean, nothing's going to be bigger than winning the title when it was against prime Arsenal and we won it in '99 and won a treble. But I think for United to win a league this year, because it's just not expected, and I never would have predicted it. I thought, you know, we're years off doing it, even if we do rebuild properly. To nick a title or whatever you want to call it would be fantastic. This is better from Spurs. Give it him back first time. Oh, unlucky, but it goes for a corner. Nice combination there between Son and Bergwijn, and Bergwijn just gets the reverse pass wrong. Hi, Mark. How you doing, mate? This is Man United 890. How many wins do you think there would be enough for Man United to win the title? I believe 17 will be enough, and 84 points. And I think we need a centre-back. Not even thinking about how many points it's going to take to win the title, mate. I think you've just got to treat a bit like my career mode. You've got to take every game as a cup final. And I think I know we've got Burnley next in the league after we've played these 2 cup games against City and Watford. Cross comes in from the corner. Keeper, what a good catch that is by the Leeds keeper. I've been very impressed with him when I've seen him as well. We've got Burnley next in the league, beat them. Then we've got Liverpool, don't get beat. Then you've got Fulham, Sheffield United. So I would expect United to take at least 9 points from the next 12 games. If we can take 10, fantastic. If we take 12, bloody hell. So we've got to take 9 points from our next 12 games. And that could include a loss to Liverpool, but we'd still only be 3 points off the top. So, I think that would be a good thing. Cross comes in again. Nitro, sorry, but you're gone. Nice, lovely ball by Leeds again. Bamford, Rodrigo, give it back to Bamford, you greedy shit. You should have given him back that first time. Bloody hell, that was lovely play by Bamford, and Rodrigo he takes a touch. Watch this back here. This is. I'm furious about this if I'm the coach. It's a lovely ball out to Bamford. Bamford, first time into Rodrigo, and then Rodrigo there, give it him back there. Takes 3 touches. Greedy. Loving seeing all the hate towards United at the moment, says Nick M, means people are starting to worry about us again. Oh, it's been a while. Bring it on. Yeah, well, it's the same as Liverpool, isn't it? You know, everyone's always going on about Liverpool, and you know when you're being spoken about in that context that people are worried because it's their insecurities coming out. I think that the Pogba foul yesterday was a penalty. You know, I really do. I think there was connection there. VAR obviously saw that connection. And what people don't understand is, and I said it last night, Michael Oliver gave the penalty, right? If Michael Oliver hadn't given the penalty, VAR would have looked at it and probably not given a penalty, because what people don't understand is that Michael Oliver gave the penalty, so it's got to be a clear and obvious error for them to overturn it. Well, they'll look at it, which they did, and they'll go, well, there's contact there. It's not a clear and obvious error. It's a penalty. If Michael Oliver hadn't given the penalty and that VAR had looked at it, I don't think they would have given a penalty, because they would have said, well, the ref didn't give it, and it's not a clear and obvious mistake not to give it. So the reality is VAR backs the referee up because he feels it's a penalty. He feels there's contact there. VAR looks at it and goes, well, there is contact, however minor. He's not got it wrong. So, you know, that's the VAR rule, really. It's got to be clear and obviously wrong or right to overturn it. Thanks for the super chat from Praise VE. And yeah, I just think some people don't actually understand the penalty rule. It's taken a bit of time, but that's why it was given. Spurs coming back into this game a little bit more at the moment, which is good to see. I mean, look, the reality is, as well with that penalty, is that what happens is Pogba's leg, as he's running through, the Villa's player's leg clips his leg, which causes him to clip into his own. There is contact there. Whether it's enough contact to go down, you know, is it a soft penalty? Probably, but people are getting mad with Pogba. The reality is he does get clipped. The point is that the referee gives the penalty and it's not clear and obvious to overturn it. The only way that's going to get overturned is if there was no contact. Well, there was. So there you go. I've just explained it to you. You might not like it, but that's the rules. That's why it was given. That's why I said it will be given. That's why I'm not really bothered about people saying it shouldn't be given, because I know the rules. Hey, from Gold Coast, Australia, says Mark, says Praise. Cheers for the years of entertainment. Least I could do. Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for the super chats there. You can do that through the $sign. Thank you. That mug better have whiskey in it. It's not. It's got cold peppermint tea, actually, because I've not drank it. It's not actually as satisfying as I would like. Anyway, chance for Spurs to put a cross in. What would you take? Second, no trophy, or win trophies and finish third? Oliver Smith. I'd take trophies, depending what trophies are. But Spurs coming back into this, and they needed to come back into it. It's been a bit of a slow start from them. Harry Kane's got it on the edge of the box. Lovely little back flick by Kane into Son in the box. Oh, good tackle. Kane! Oh, bloody hell. Just drops to Harry Kane in the box, and he shoots over. I'm a Sheffield United fan. Villa fans need to shush. We drop that in the microwave for me for about 20 seconds in a bit. Thanks. They just salty that we're doing so well. United are hated again, says NK. Well, half a chance there for Harry Kane. Good to see Spurs coming back into it, because I think Leeds have started the better in his first 15 minutes. That's a terrible ball out from the back. Bergwijn's got it. And it's a shit shot as well. Bergwijn really is an odd one, isn't he? He's really not hit the heights. I'm going to tweet it as well. Oh, good header there by Eric Dyer. Had to get there, otherwise Rodrigo might have nicked it and been one-on-one. Harry Winks, good pass. Frank Kraska says, how about these Liverpool fans in our mention this morning about VAR and penalties? They just can't help themselves. Fergie time all over. Look, I ain't got no problem with Liverpool fans. I think at the end of the day, they're moaning about it just demonstrates it's music to my ears. It's classic Queen. It really is. Because if Liverpool are moaning about us getting penalties, then that means that there is some part of them that's a little bit worried about where we are. I don't think they need to be. I think they're favourites, and if they take care of their business, they'll win the league. But they're obviously a little bit worried. But I tweeted it this morning. I ain't got no problem with Liverpool fans, because ultimately you're our biggest rival, we're your biggest rival, and deep down they're loving it. Really, we're loving it. You know, what's your dream title race? Man United versus Liverpool. I still think they're firm favourites, but God, if we could win the title and we win it by beating Liverpool, that would be absolutely huge for us, and it'll be big for them. You know, I spoke to Liverpool fans in the summer and they said, like, it's great to win the title, but you know, obviously you want fans there, obviously you want a bit of a better title race, and we would love to do it against United because City are soulless. And I agree with that. I'm an Arsenal fan, but do you think if Bruno gets injured, you can win those games? As James D'Souza, I mean, never say never. You know, I think it's too absolute to say that if Bruno gets injured, United will just collapse. But then again, you look at the stats and you think there's probably something in it there. Another long ball there from Spurs, cut out. Mark, is it fair to say Spurs are a Kane or Son injury away from being out the top four, says Gemwood Balanderes? In my ladder prediction, I had them 5th. What do you think is a good finish in the table for Spurs? I think Spurs have just been really disappointing recently. You know, I thought they deserved, funnily enough, I think they deserved the points at Liverpool, and then it was that late header from Firmino that cost them. I think that was a bit of a psychological blow for them. But I just think Mourinho still tries to play a bit too defensive, and I think that has cost them from winning positions this year. But I think when you look at the start of the season for Spurs, we're in that situation. I'm not a Spurs fan. I don't know what I'm saying. Where I think when you look at Spurs, we're in that position where they would love to have had top 4 at the start of the season. And from Man United's point of view, this season is just a weird one. I think Spurs fans would like to get into a title race. They'd like to be up near the top. But at the start of the season, they would have loved to be 4th place. So it's just been a weird season, hasn't it? And a good shot there from Højbjerg straight at the keeper. So look, yeah, I think for Spurs, if they got top 4, that would be really good for them. But then again, you look at the points they've dropped and they might have wanted a little bit better. Can you see the difference with Grealish and Rashi crosses from the left-hand side? Grealish lifts it while Rashford smashes it. Martial needs Grealish's crosses, says Rudy Cox. I think you know, the thing about Grealish is it's not even a conversation, is it? You know, I think most teams would love Jack Grealish, whether it's Man City, United, Liverpool. I think he would add something to all of those teams, whether it be from the bench or starting. Mark, everyone says if Son or Kane gets injured, Spurs done or here, but if Bruno gets injured, United would be even worse, as Kendall M. I think the problem with Spurs for me, and just coming back to that point, thank you very much, is that people like Bergwijn and Lucas Moura and Gareth Bale haven't stepped up to the plate the way that Harry Kane and Son have. I think Harry Kane and Son are 2 of the best players in Europe attacking wise this season when they've been at it. Maybe not recent weeks, but certainly up until December they were fantastic. So you're going to miss those players. But unfortunately, people like Bergwijn and Bale and Moura just haven't delivered. So it makes it difficult. Here's a chance for Leeds to break. Rodrigo into Click. Gets it wide to Rafinha. There's a foul off the ball. Rafinha hits it back post. That should be a goal for Bamford. And he's bloody headed it over. I've got him in my fantasy Premier League team. Lovely, delightful cross by Rafinha. And Bamford knows that realistically, the form he's in, he should score that. And that, for me, is probably the best chance of the game. Rafinha whips it in with his left foot, curling towards the back post. Bamford, onside, just gets his head all wrong. I don't know what he tries to do. I think he tries to be a bit clever with it when he should just head it down from whence it came. Just gets his technique all wrong there. All wrong. Did you see last night DT trying to make Arsenal relevant by coming at United fans and change his profile to when the beaters at home, says Oliver Smith. Mate, look, I don't even associate Arsenal fans with these prats because we've seen one of them wearing an Arteta out t-shirt. You've got another one having a go last night at United, and it's like, mate, the last time you were in a title race, it's on VHS. Like, what are you getting? It's like, I've said this about Arsenal. Stick with Arteta. There's some fantastic Arsenal fans out there. They know they're on a rebuild. We've been on a rebuild at United for 7 years. Like, Arsenal are at the very start of their rebuild, and they're trying to, some of their fans are trying to get into a debate about a title race. You're currently 13th. Like, it's like Newcastle fans talking about us. And I'm sorry, that's the truth. You're nowhere near Liverpool or Man United or even Spurs. So, Arsenal fans talking about title races, I'm surprised your last title race even works. Do you have a VHS recorder, or have you got one of them combi things that I've got in my loft, which is a TV where you can put VHS videos in? Like, you should be sat at home tonight, if you're one of those Arsenal fans, watching that on VHS, enjoying it, never knowing whether this is the last time you're going to get to watch it because the VHS machine might stop working. It's crazy what they're getting involved in, because you're not relevant at the moment. Arsenal just need to get their heads down, focus on what they're doing. I think Arteta's got a long, hard job ahead of him, and I think some Arsenal fans are totally aware of that. But trying to get involved in conversations with Liverpool and United and every other team at the moment, you need to be looking at Leeds. Arsenal need Leeds to drop points today, so that if they win, they're only 1 point behind Leeds. So that's Arsenal's. And Arsenal's immediate challenge is not getting involved in title race conversations. It's let's hope Wolves drop points or Leeds will drop points. And being gutted that West Ham won last night. Here's Harry Kane on the edge of the box. Lovely takedown by Harry Kane. Is lovely play by Harry Kane. Cross comes in, headed away by Leeds. This game needs a goal. It needs a goal. Could you rank these Bobby Robson, Mourinho, Wenger, says Anthony Blackett. Mate, I think Wenger's the best out of those three in relation to playing style. I think Bobby Robson would be second and Mourinho third. I think in relation to success, it's obviously Mourinho. And I mean, Bobby Robson did some great things with Ipswich. Did well at Barcelona, PSV. An absolute great at the game, but I'd probably say Wenger would be second in relation to success. I can't remember what Bobby Robson's tally is in relation to trophies, but Wenger did very well, didn't he, at Arsenal? But three very... who would I want to manage my club in their prime? Probably Wenger, because of the style of the play. If we're talking late 90s, you know, I think Wenger gets tarnished with the last 10 years of his career, but prime Wenger in the late 90s, I would have had him at United. I'd probably take Bobby Robson over Mourinho because of style of play as well. So, but good question, because there's three very different styles of managers there. Mark, with every transfer rumour about us signing Schneider, was wondering how good do you think he would have been at United, says Chilled Aussie. I mean, Schneider was a good player. I don't think it was... if he'd have come into United at the time we were looking at United, which was sort of like the late... It's probably around sort of like 2000... Was it 2009 to 2012, Schneider? Something like that. Would he have made a massive difference? I don't think so. I would have liked him to come, but... I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference, really, to the way that the club's gone. Arsenal should stick with Arteta. The players have let that club down so many times. He needs his own team, and a rebuild don't happen after one series, says Kieran Layton. I think there's a lot of Arsenal fans who appreciate that as well. Unfortunately, some people just can't. Let it go, because Arsenal were a side in a lot of people's lifetimes who, you know, they can remember those Wenger days. They can remember that success, and they still think they're there. And we had that. You know, I had that as a United fan for I think for 5 years after Sir Alex Ferguson retired, and, you know, up until Mourinho was coach, it was like that. Here's Harry Winks. Nice ball into Bergwijn. Well, he's going to give a penalty. You're having a fucking laugh. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. He's given a penalty. He's given a penalty to Spurs. Bergwijn goes down. I think it did look like a penalty. It's one of those ones where he's turned his body on Alioski, but it comes from a bad kick out from the keeper. Rolls it into Bergwijn. Alioski, it might not be in the box. It might not be in the box. Well, I don't think that's in the box. I think the foul on him is on his foot outside the box. So how does that work? Is that foul outside the box? Weird. Welcome to the Members Club, Sin Games. Penalty given. On the line means penalty. Well, VAR will have checked that. So, Harry Kane to make it 1-0. We said the game needed a goal. It's come from a mistake. And he's straight down the middle. And it's Harry Kane to make it 1-0. And Spurs go in front in a game again. Now, the question is, can Spurs do something from being ahead again? They've been ahead so many times recently. But it's 1-0. Leeds are so bad. Tottenham lead 1-0. I don't know what the rule is. I've actually tweeted it out there. I felt that the contact on his foot was outside the box, even though 75% of his body was in the box. The actual contact was on his foot outside the box. I don't know what the rule is. I just put it out there. But it is 1-0 to Spurs. And that's a good thing. A goal. I mean, I don't really care who wins this game. I just want it to be a good game. And I think this will open up the game more. And as I said, Leeds are that team that just keep on doing it. I think Harry Winks got the... It was either Harry Winks or Bergwijn who played the pass into... Bergwijn would get the assist technically on Fantasy Premier League because he was the one who was fouled. So Bergwijn. Mark, imagine if we park the bus and do the same as we did against Palace and Wolves, says Kendall M. Well, look, I was going to talk about that, about Tottenham. They would go not 4 points off the top of the league with the same amount of games played with Liverpool and Spurs, which for me puts Spurs into a title race. I don't care what Spurs fans think. They'd be the ones who say, don't say that, don't say that. But it does. But if you look at Spurs' last few performances, they played Wolves in the league on the 27th. They were 1-0 up and they ended up 1-1. They played. They lost to Leicester, obviously 2-0. They lost to Spurs. Sorry, they lost to Liverpool 2-1. They were 1-0 up against Palace and they drew 1-1. They beat Arsenal. So they've not had a very good December, Spurs. And throughout this season, their big problem as well, apart from losing games, has been being in front in games and not taking it on. Here's Son, second goal, very important for Spurs. And against a team like Leeds, you've got to go and get a second goal. You can't sit back. Mark, thanks for that from Kendall M. And here it is. Oh, it's a good block from Alderweireld. And Kane. It was Alderweireld with the shots. Alderweireld isn't blocking shots of Harry Kane. That would be ridiculous. But the cross comes in. I think it's Højbjerg who cuts it back. Alderweireld gets a shot on. It's a good block. And then it comes to Harry Kane who just puts it wide. Do you think United have a chance of winning the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, says Amarillo. Is this the way to Amarillo? It's Amarillo 66. That's a big game for United on Wednesday against Manchester City. Looking forward to that. I don't know. I go into that Man City game and I'm like, it's a bonus game, really. I think if you win that, you give yourself a chance of winning the Carabao Cup. If we lose it, we're still in a good position in the league. So I would hope that if we do lose to City, there's no real big... how ridiculous would it be if we lose to City and people are like, Ollie out, Ollie out. It's like, it's just an enjoyable game next Wednesday against Man City. I'm not doing a watch along for the Arsenal game, says the King. I mean, it's Arsenal against West Brom. How sad must you be to want to watch that on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock when I could be watching Tenet or something like that? I mean, if you're an Arsenal fan, you've got to do it. I hate the 8 o'clock on a Saturday night game anyway. Even if it's United, I hate it. I don't like 8 o'clock Saturday night. No, not for me. Is it time for Spurs to park the bus, says Akeem. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. That's a lovely ball into Bamford. That'll be a foul, surely, by Harry Winks. Get it wide, get it wide. What are you doing? Infuriating from Rafinha there. Get it wide. Bloody hell, why did he not put that wide? Be furious there. Absolutely furious, sir. But Leeds will keep going. Rodrigo shoots, that's wide. If that was a defender's hand in the same position, would that be a penalty? That should basically answer the question, says Fikret. That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, we'll see it again at half-time. We're only about 12 minutes away from half-time. But for me, I think it was... it's interesting. Eric Dyer's gone down injured here. When's the City game? Tomorrow, Reece Jackson. Tomorrow, we will be also live on this channel for Chelsea against Man City tomorrow at 4:30. And then on Monday night at 8 o'clock, we're doing Liverpool against Southampton. So I watch along every day. And also for this season, I'm going to start doing match reactions. So after every watch along I do on this channel, I'm going to record like a 10-minute match reaction so that, you know, people can watch that if they want to. Just trying some new stuff. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Everybody's welcome on this one. That's football. Lots and lots of different games, lots and lots of different watch-alongs. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. I hope City drop points tomorrow, the big bopper. I hope they do drop points tomorrow, because I'm worried about Man City in relation to where United are. What a chance that was for Bergwijn. Bloody hell. Mourinho's furious. He's proper dodgy, Bergwijn. He should have scored there. Yeah, but when you go back to what the Premier League is, table-wise, if Man City win their 2 games in hand, then they are they're only a point behind Liverpool and Manchester United. So could do with Chelsea winning something tomorrow. Mark, me and my dad finally got United season tickets, but aren't sure whether to go to the games or stay at home and watch your commentary, says Ali Nash. Get yourself to the match. You can always watch me on replay, but being at the match, you can't beat it. Nice play there by Bamford, getting it wide to Rafinha. Son, good defensive play by Son there. Do you blame the referee for Villa's second goal, says Troy Soares? Well, this is a bloody nightmare for Spurs. Both Son and Kane go down. Harry Kane's clutching his knee. I think he's all right. Who do you think is the best player? Who do you think is the best player in the Premier League apart from Bruno? For me, it's Salah. I think he's better than Mane. What about you? Says Arabian Chronicle. I do like Salah. You know, I like Salah. I know he gets a lot of criticism, but I like Salah. So I'm just going to have a quick look on Twitter here. I did ask the question. Me neither, like last night with no contact. Looked on outside to me. I like Bamford. I like Bamford, Jordan Gunn, but I don't know what his level is. I don't know whether Bamford. I sort of think Bamford for me is better off staying and playing at Leeds, isn't he? Because he's playing first team football. I think if Bamford was at an Arsenal, he'd probably be on the bench, wouldn't he? And you know, Arsenal are a bottom half team, so I think he's at the right club, Bamford. Playing first team football. Oh, he's made a lovely run there, and Dyer blocks his cross. I think Bamford. My question is my answer is Bamford's a good player and he's at the right club. That's what I would say about Bamford. I think he'd be Southampton's best striker. I think he'd be. I don't tell you what. I think Bamford would be good for a club like Wolves. You know, since they've lost Jimenez, they've struggled. I think Bamford would be a good striker for Wolves. He's intelligent. He's got a bit of pace. He's good in the air. He's got good hold-up play. So I think Bamford would be a good player for someone like that. Could he play for United? No. Could he play for City? Probably not. No. Chelsea? No. Tell you where he'd be good as well, Spurs. If Harry Kane got injured, you'd love a player like Bamford off the bench. But he's playing first team football, isn't he? I'm not saying he's better than Ings. What I'm saying is you could see him at a club like, say Ings left Southampton, Bamford would be a good player to bring in. But why would he leave Leeds is my main point. I'm hoping Danny Ings is brilliant on Monday night. Is he fit on Monday night? Danny Ings? Is he back injured again? I don't know. Don't know what the situation is with Southampton at the moment. I know they drew on the 29th and they're teaming that against West Ham. And West Ham are having a good season as well, you know. Their result against Everton was well deserved yesterday. And Danny Ings is not injured because he played against West Ham. So I think Nathan Redmond's injured again, isn't he, actually? Because he didn't play. He is fit, yeah. But I do think Liverpool will beat Southampton on Monday night, but we're doing a watch along. I think every time you think Liverpool are going to drop points, they don't. Like, I never thought they were going to drop points against Newcastle or West Brom or Brighton, and they did. But I thought they might drop points against Wolves and Leicester, and they smashed them. So, and I thought Spurs as well, and they won. Weird season for Liverpool. They're winning all the games you think that they might drop points in, and then against the teams you think they're going to beat, they don't. What do you think of Ruud van Nistelrooy as United striker? Underrated, overrated? Is there someone like him in the Premier League that resembles his style? Says Forever PVM. He wasn't underrated and he wasn't overrated. He was just a very good striker. He was a little bit unfortunate that Thierry Henry was playing at Arsenal at the time, because Thierry Henry, he used to get compared to Henry, and Henry was just world class. Van Nistelrooy was world class, but he just wasn't Thierry Henry. What a good shot that is! And it's just over the bar from Harrison, edge of the box, bit of whip with his left foot. I think Lloris is going to deal with this, but if he'd have got it in the top corner with a little bit of dip, that would have been a cracking finish. But it's a good strike, says Caden, and I think you're spot on there, but it's not quite good enough. Lloris has got that covered as well, but if he'd got that a little bit more to the left, I think Lloris is in trouble there. We'll play either or at half time yet. If you don't know how to play either or, just give me two things and I'll say what I think is better. Do you think Haaland's going to come to Man United? No. Troy, I don't think he is. I mean, the Barcelona are in for him, aren't they now? They're doing their presidential elections, and they're one of their candidates is saying that if I'm the president, I'll get Haaland. I would love that at Manchester United. I'm sure a lot of clubs would love like this in England. That what they have at Real Madrid and Barcelona. I mean, I don't know whether it would necessarily work, but it sounds fantastic. They have these presidential elections, and then you basically vote for the chief executive. That's it's lovely play by Bamford. That's lovely play by Bamford. Lovely play by Bamford. Oh, straight at Lloris, but lovely hold-up play, and then he opens up a bit of space for him as he's got runners off him. But yeah, basically the way these presidential elections work is that if you're a Barcelona fan, you vote for these presidents, and one of them's saying, I'll get you Haaland. The other one's saying, I'll make sure Messi stays. The other one's like, I'll get you, we'll spend 100 million, Imagine that if you're at Man United. You've got one candidate. Son! Lovely goal. If that's onside, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 2-0, I think it is. What a goal by Son. That's 2-0. I want to see who gets the cross in. And it's the same old story for Leeds. They come up against these bigger sides and it's not that they haven't had chances. They had loads of chances against us. Loads of chances against United the other week. But they don't take them. And they give themselves a mountain to climb. It's a good tackle by Højbjerg. Kane. It's Kane with the cross, isn't it? It's Harry Kane's cross. It's absolutely delightful. What an assist by Harry Kane. I didn't even know it was him. Unbelievable. And the finish by Son is immaculate. But how many times have we seen that this season? What an assist by Harry Kane. What a finish by Son. How many times have we seen that this season? It's absolutely fantastic. And it's 2-0. I don't think the game's over because I think Leeds are that sort of side, but he's miles onside, definitely not offside. Great run, what a goal, says Harry Bribes. And it's absolutely fantastic from those two again. That combo. It's elite. It's an elite combination between Kane and Son. And, you know, I think they had a bit of a quiet December, but they're looking like a new year, a new start, and they're looking like they're back at it. But no way is it offside, Hamza. And here is Son. Look at the break of pace there. He won't get that tackle, though. Go for a throw-in. Yeah, I was talking about them presidential elections. So, yeah, if Man United had these presidential elections, you'd have candidate 1, I don't know, John. If I get the job, I'm going to bring Ronaldo back. Candidate 2, if I get the job, I'm going to buy Sancho. And if we get rid of Pogba, I'm going to get Grealish. Candidate 3, Ed Woodward. I'm going to get nobody, but spend all summer trying to get somebody and basically get loads and loads of money for the owners. You know, that's basically the reality, isn't it? Professor Snape says, Mark, Man United are not in a title race. Can you please stop this delusional fantasy? They will end up finishing 7th again. Well, I deal in reality, and the reality is that we've got the same points as Liverpool, who are top of the league. So we are where we deserve to be. Here's Son. It could be 3. Gets it out of his feet. Leeds need to be careful here. The game is not over at 2-0. It will be over at 3-0. And importantly for Spurs, they've got that second goal. Go wide, get wide. Oh, Bamford again. I tell you what, they've had so many opportunities to get the ball wide and they've not done it. This is not over for Leeds. The next goal is really important, but there's going to be... I knew... This is why I was excited about doing this game. I knew it would be a game with lots of goals in it. Not always the case when you're watching Spurs, but basically always watch your team play against Leeds because it's going to be exciting. Or if you've got a bit of spare time on a Saturday, like I have, watch this one. But here's Bergwijn. Should have made the tackle there. Into Kane. Always a good watch, Leeds. Always a good watch. And it is half time. Just on Leeds' next few fixtures, in case you want to know, they've got Brighton, Southampton, Newcastle and Leicester. So they've got the opportunity, Leeds, to go and get some more results later on in the month. But I don't think it's necessarily over for Leeds yet, to be fair. 2-0 down at half time. I want to see the penalty back at half time because I don't know what the penalty rule is. But it's 2-0 here. The second goal from Spurs is pure quality. And they lead 2-0. But I'm sure there's plenty of Spurs fans out there. I wouldn't necessarily say this game is over. And especially as a United fan who's watched us play Leeds quite recently, the one thing about Leeds is they get lots and lots of lots and lots of chances, and they will keep going. They're not going to sit back. It's just not what Leeds do. So they will keep going. What do you think Bruno and Rashi worth right now? 120 and 100 million? Oh, it's very difficult, isn't it? Leeds are too naive. I mean, it's very difficult. I mean, Bruno's worth over 100 million pounds and Rashford's worth over 100 million pounds. But how much they're worth because of COVID, it's very difficult, isn't it? Like, how much is Harry Kane worth? I think a year ago, Harry Kane's probably worth 150, 200 million pounds. Now, what's he worth? I don't know. I don't know. So... if Leeds can get a goal back, then it's game on, says Devils. And look, yeah, you know what? When you look at that game for what it is, that first half, statistically, Leeds have had 62% possession. They've had 10 shots to Spurs 11. They've had 3 shots on target to Spurs 3 shots on target. It's a very equal game statistically, but this is the problem with Leeds. They especially against the bigger clubs, they just seem to find themselves in this situation where they don't make the most of their chances and find themselves 2 goals down, having to come back into it. I mean, was it not the same against Manchester United? 2-0 get in, says Alvin Blocks. Shout out Alvin, hope you're doing well. Big Spurs fan. Rest in peace, George Michael, says Mitchell Bill. Well, I'm happy to say rest in peace to George Michael because I really like his music, but he has been dead 4 years. And can't wait for Kane to come to City, says Samir. And do you think Mbappe's overrated? No, not really. And would you rather Sunderland back in the Prem or Newcastle relegated, says Alice Wilson. This is a bit controversial. I'm not really a big fan of the North East clubs. I find Middlesbrough and Sunderland and Newcastle a little bit boring. I don't know why. I've just never really warmed to them massively. Would you sign any Spurs players for United right now? Says Arnaf. I think Højbjerg would be fantastic for United. Yeah, I'd take him. Centre-back wise, I don't think they've really got a centre-back that we need. I mean, Davinson Sanchez would probably be the closest one, but he's not even starting, is he? Glazers out, Woodward out. If we have Mbappe, what's matter? Haaland and Fati, we will win the treble again. Liverpool will overcome our 20 points if Woodward stays, says FBB. Thanks for the super chats. You can do that through the $ if you want. Bergwijn or Dan James says, or so people have, I was just going to say, if people want to start playing either or, you can do. Thomas Payet says Bergwijn or Dan James. Bergwijn's got to be better than Dan James, hasn't he? But I think Bergwijn's quite a frustrating player to watch. I think after a year, he's going to either get better or he's going to stay the same. And if he stays the same, then he's not necessarily going to be a success, is he? So yeah, I think that. But he's ahead of that. He's definitely ahead of that. I just want to see this penalty as well. I think it obviously VAR's reviewed it, so it must be a penalty. But it did look like the contact was outside the box. So there must be a rule that. I don't know. There must be some silly rule that I'm not totally aware of. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We were very close to 281,000. If you are not accustomed to this channel, it's the Mark Goldbridge That's Football channel. Do a lot of watch-alongs for lots of different clubs, so it's not club-specific, so everyone's welcome on here. It's just, obviously I do United stand, United fan, but I watch a lot of other football as well, so when I'm doing that, I'll normally do a live stream just to interact and have a chat. So you're very welcome on here. Get involved. Subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Chris Grathwell says delusional fans like Ty or trolls from clubs so irrelevant they have no fan channel of their own. Says okay, and also Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. Definitely Backstreet Boys, Steve. And it's snowing where I am. Anyways, Fred or Kante says pumpkin spice latte. Where are you? Pumpkin spice latte. Where are you? I tell you what, I'm just going to go and have a quick look. I'll keep talking to you and I'll give you a snow update because I've got the curtains closed for lighting reasons. I'm going to tell you right now. No. It's clear skies. We've got no snow, which is always the way. It's very frustrating actually because our weather forecast will always say it's snowing and then it doesn't. Angelina Jolie or Pamela Anderson, says Max D. Oh, I'm not going to objectify women. That's not my way. Angelina Jolie's done the better films. Interesting tweet from Fabrizio Romano here. He says that Atalanta manager Jean-Pierre Gasparani has announced today in a press conference that they're working to keep Amad Diallo on loan until June, but Manchester United want Amad to join club immediately and not in June. And Diallo's priority is to join Manchester United right now, which is interesting. So I think he'll still. I think he will still stay at Manchester. I think he'll come to United in January because he's our player. Another super chat here from Kyle's Game. He says Rashford or Son. Oh, you know what? I think I love Marcus Rashford, and I wouldn't sell him to get Son to the club. But if you're asking me who I think's the better player, I think it's Son at the moment. But remember, Son is 4 or 5 years older than Rashford, so it's very, very close between the two. I would not take Rashford out of the team for Son at Man United, but who do I think's the better player for me? It is Son at this moment in time. Joel Morris says rest in peace Jim McLean, and Villa fan here, tough one to take but definitely a penalty for me. That reverse angle settles it. Great game and good luck with the title charge, says 100% Italian. Yeah, look, I know a lot of Villa fans, and you know, I've tried to be gracious myself. not because I know Villa fans, but because I was so happy with that result for United last night that because I know Villa are a good team. Now, let's just have a look at this on this Bergwijn thing. Well, the foul is definitely outside the box. His foot's outside the box. He kicks his foot outside the box. That's weird, isn't it? It's really weird. Tell me the rules, because that is, as I said, what is the rule then? Really, really weird. I don't get that. And we said it at the time. So there must be some clarity on that, because we're just looking the decision penalty there from VAR on Bergwijn. Remember, the referee's given it again though, so it's got to be clear and obvious mistake. Well, is it not clear and obvious because the foul starts outside the box? But I don't know the process of whether. Let's have a look. I might be able to get you something here now. I have to agree with that. The contact has been made. See it here. It's outside the box. Or maybe it was on the line. Maybe it was on the line. I don't know. If foul's on the line, it's a penalty. It doesn't matter. The reality is the penalty's been given, but I felt that the contact was just outside the box, which is why I was like, I don't know. But it doesn't matter. It's been given. Roy Keane or Bruno, says Kane Sharp. Roy Keane. I've already spoken about the Fabrizio Romano tweets. Yes, Diallo, Atalanta want to keep him till January, but Diallo and United want to... Sorry, Atalanta want to keep him until June, but Diallo and United want him in January. And hi Mark, what do you think? What do you do for the background? Says Edwin Geeman. And why only Liverpool fans are saying it wasn't a penalty? Says Patrick. If your mum takes your Christmas money, is that not stealing? Says Big Josh. It is, yes. Anyway, we're going to be back for the second half. That peppermint tea's just gone right through me, so I'm just going to quickly pop to the toilet, and I'll be back in about 30 seconds because I've got to wash my hands. There you go. Not quite as big as quick as Girish. I tell you what. I tell you who can leave. You can leave. There you go. I'm loving all the nasty comments in the trolls and in the live comments, because it's just so easy just to go bang block, bang block, bang block, easy peasy. So what do we think in the second half? I think I just love watching Leeds, so I feel that anything can happen in this second half. Yeah, I think if Spurs get another goal, which they should do, then it'll be very hard for Leeds to come back into. But I think if they do get another goal. If Leeds get a goal, which, you know, as I said, chances-wise, it's been very, very equal. You know, that quality of Son and Kane has probably just been the difference. Then it's game on. And as we've seen with Spurs, they've given up 2-0 leads with 10 minutes to go twice. Well, certainly once against West Ham, haven't they? So they can really, you know, Leeds can get back into this game without a shadow of a doubt. So let's see what happens in the second half. I think 4-2 to Spurs, says James Moody. What was my prediction? I said 3-2, didn't I? So, you know, it's always a weird scoreline to go with 3-2. But I think with the Leeds, it's you certainly never go 0-0 with Leeds, even though they probably have drawn a game 0-0 this season. I'm just checking the weather report here for where I live, because apparently we might get some snow today, which would be nice. But yeah, we're meant to be getting some heavy snow today, starting this evening at 6 o'clock. Although it's only a 39% chance. So we're meant to be getting heavy snow between 6 o'clock and 9 and 10 o'clock tonight. But it's a 50-50 chance, which means it won't happen. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's going to happen. I'm looking at it now. Well, I can't even see anywhere I live. Get back. Oh, right. What time's that? 3 o'clock this afternoon. Oh, there's none at 6. This ain't going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. There you go. Live weather reports. You didn't think you'd get that. Let's have a look what the Met Office says. They're saying there's a 60% chance of light snow. Yeah, someone's talking out their arse here. We won't get any. We won't get any. Anyway, second half kicks off. Snow report's over. Start that second half. Where's the timer? We've turned it off. Oh, it's on again. Good, good, good. Okay. It's pissing down with snow in Lincoln, says Matt Red. And hi, Mark. Big thank you for all your content this year. Really helped me and hope you have a good New Year, says Alfie Jarvis. Thank you very much. And Rory Wolf says, UK punditry is too incident-based. Not enough attention is paid to other aspects such as tactics or individual player performance. Thoughts, says Rory Wolf. Yeah, I to be honest with you, because every United game I'm doing my own watch-along. Obviously, most games I watch, I'll do a watch-along on here. I very rarely listen to punditry anymore. I think the last time I watched it was a couple of months ago, and I can't remember why. I was just very unimpressed. Very unimpressed by it. I don't know whether it's scripted or people just are thick. I don't know. Burnley game has been postponed against Fulham because of COVID cases. Yep. It's a lovely cross. So can Leeds get back into this? I'm still going to say 3-2 to Spurs. But if Leeds get one back early, well, at any point, I think it makes it wide open. They're on the defence here, Spurs. Need to get rid of it. Right. Snow all around the UK at the moment. Anyway, here's Spurs on the attack. Bit like Snow themselves in the white shirts. Cross comes in from Ndembele. Leeds come away with it. Go on, give it him back. Yes, lovely little play there. Phillips, that's got to be a foul. We must start getting his yellow cards out here. Phillips is right there. He's broken up the play there. Doherty in a very, very good position, and he's done well not to get a yellow card. Because where the foul's been given doesn't matter. I'd want a yellow card there. Did you get your results? Hope you're okay. Lovely cross. Lloris gets it in. Brooks. Yeah, I had my haircut at the start of the week, and they had somebody test positive for COVID, who was in there when I had my haircut. So felt a little bit off on Thursday, was it, or Wednesday? Maybe it was Thursday. So I went and got a test and got the result back yesterday, and it's come back negative, so that's good. But it doesn't. I'm still self-isolating because you have to do it for, I don't know what the current rules are. I think is it 10 days now or something like that. So I still could pick up the symptoms any time in the next week, but I feel all right at the moment, so hopefully be okay. There's a lot of it about at the moment. I mean, it's overwhelming London. Really is. Mark, can you do an Ashes watch along for about 2 hours this year in Australia? It starts at 11:30. Some tests, says Oliver Smith. I might do. Here's Harry Winks bringing it forward. Out to Son. Ref's giving a foul. Bit of a stop-start game here. John Bartiff says, didn't you lose your taste? I did. It's really weird, but I didn't test positive. But I didn't have any other symptoms. And to be honest with you, well, that's a great save from Ndembele. Good shot by the keeper, and he does... No, good shot by the keeper. Good shot by Ndembele. Lots of power on it, and keeper does well to take the sting out of it and put it round for a corner. We've spoken about Fabrizio Romano's tweet about 1 million times, so either watch the programme and be aware of what's going on, or stop boring people. We've spoken about it about 15 minutes ago. Corner to Spurs. And it's a goal for Spurs as well. Somehow it's gone in. Referee's looking at his watch. He's saying it's vibrating. And it's 3-0, and it is the goal for Spurs. And I think Jose Mourinho's going to be very happy with that. I don't know what's gone on with Leeds here. It looks like a defensive error. Keeper's not happy. Alderweireld, it's definitely gone over the line. Cross comes in. Alderweireld with the header. He's having a fucking laugh. You're fucking joking. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. It's over the line. It doesn't look at the white bit. It doesn't look like it's quite over the line, but it clearly is. Come on, this is what they've been used. They've wanted to use this technology for bloody ages. It's clearly gone over the line because his watch has vibrated. But we want slow-mos here. We want slow-mos here. Is it over the line? Is it touching the white bit? Well, it's over the line there, the second bit, isn't it? They didn't show that bit. I'm looking at the bit where he first makes the save, which looks like it's not over the line, and then Alderweireld comes and puts it over the line. So I don't know what BT are doing there, Prats. It clearly is over the line when Alderweireld gets the second bit. Keeper won't be very happy, but I wouldn't be very happy with the defenders there because it's Alderweireld following it in. Where is the defenders? And it's typical Leeds here. Oh, Bielsa's nearly fell on his arse there. What's in his drink? What's in his drink? Get a test on his drink. It's 3-0. I've always felt that the Leeds goalkeeper's quite good, but Spurs playing with confidence now. I'll tell you what Spurs' next game is after this. Son. They're playing Brentford in the Carabao Cup actually on Tuesday night, aren't they? But that needs to go wide by Son, which it does to Kane. Lovely play by Kane into the box. Oh, side netting. This is the thing now. This is the thing. Spurs are going up levels. Leeds are dropping levels. Poor old Leeds. Their naivety just undoes them, doesn't it? So Spurs' next couple of games, they've got Brentford in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday. Next Sunday, they're playing a team called Marine. I don't know whether they've got to take a submarine for that. I don't know. But then they've got Villa on Wednesday the 13th, which is an interesting game. I might do a watch-along for that because I think it'll be a good game, Villa against Spurs. Then they've got Sheffield United, and then they've got Liverpool on Thursday the 28th of January. So, you know, again, for Spurs, 4 points off the top of the league if they win this, and they could... You know, if they manage to beat Villa in their next league game, then you've got Liverpool at home. If you win that, you're a point off Liverpool. So Spurs are not out of a title race at all, are they? Not at all. My top 6 predictions, well, my top 4 prediction, I haven't changed it yet because I think things can change very, very quickly. So I'm just going to stick with it. I had Liverpool in first, Chelsea in second, Man City in third, and United in fourth. And again, people will say you're an idiot having Chelsea in there, but I think there's so many games left to go. You know, it's not like Chelsea are 15 points off top 4. So I'm still going to stay with that. Ash's watch along 2021 would be class, says Oliver Smith. Yeah, the trouble is, it's all over bloody Christmas, isn't it? Oh dear, dear, oh dear. Have you not got anything better to do with your time? It just takes me 2 seconds to get rid of you, but you spend your time watching me. Funny, funny. Are Leeds half fraud, says Ivan? I think Leeds are a gift to the Premier League because every time they play, it's just there's loads of goals. They're too good to go down, but they're way too naive to be top 4. So, you know. And look, you know what I would say to Leeds fans? If you finish in the top half in your first season, that's brilliant because a lot of teams come up and are straight into a relegation battle. You know, it's hard to come in the Premier League and stay up. And, you know, not many teams do it. Like, look at Villa last season. They nearly went down. They're a good team this year, but they nearly went down last year. I think Wolves, obviously, are a club that's recently come up and done quite well. For Leeds, it's about top half. And look, Leeds, to be fair to Leeds, they play games against Spurs, United, Man City, and they give them Liverpool at Anfield, and they give them a game. So I wouldn't be unhappy if I was a Leeds fan. I really wouldn't. And they had chances in the first half. Here's Son. This should be 3. Is he going to go himself? Oh, he nearly got the ball across to Højbjerg, but it didn't work. So yeah, I just think, you know, for Leeds, this is your first season in the Premier League. Your main aim is not to go down. You're not going to go down. So, you know, enjoy it. And I think if Leeds had better players, I mean, to be honest with you, how many people know Leeds players? Sheffield United did it, says Oliver Smith. Yeah, you know, Sheffield United did do very well last season as well. So But obviously Sheffield United's brand of football is a little bit different to Leeds. I think Leeds are a credit, an absolute credit to the league. And I'd like to see Bielsa with better players at Leeds. I don't know what the financials are at Leeds, but you know, the big thing for them is get in the Premier League and try and get better players. And they've bought some good players at Leeds, of course they have, but you know, once you're in the Premier League, you can get hold of some really good players, and that's what Leeds need to do: establish themselves as a Premier League side. Nitin says, "Where do you think Arsenal will finish in the league?" Honestly, I think for Arsenal, it's difficult because here's Leeds. They're going to get a shot off. Bamford, Phillips. No, they just can't get the shot off. I think Spurs are going to be very eager to not concede in this game. Leeds with the ball here. Nice switch out to the left-hand side. Harrison. Cross comes in. They'll clear it. I still don't think this game is definitely over. I mean, you wouldn't expect a Mourinho side to give up a 3-0 lead, but you just don't know. And Spurs on the break. You'd fancy Spurs. I don't think Spurs have scored their last goal of the game either. I did say 3-2 though, so you never know. We might get a different sort of finish. That's not a good cross. Doherty's going to let that go. Now it's Spurs again. It's Son again, but the defender's across again. But yeah, I mean, Jamie said it, didn't he? Leeds, the way Leeds play, they do leave themselves wide open at times at the back. We saw that when United played them. We're seeing it again tonight. It's not. I think Leeds, you can always score goals against Leeds, and if you've got good quality attackers like Spurs have got, like United have got, then you're going to back yourself to score a few. And the trouble is, it's a quality gap for Leeds. That's what it is. It's a quality gap. They don't have the quality of player that others do. And that's why when they come up against the good sides, I mean, they can overwhelm a lesser side, but when they come up against a good side, they do struggle. They do struggle a bit, without a shadow of a doubt. And I think we've seen that again today. But they made a substitution here. And it's Harrison coming off. Hard work. Not paid off so far. But still half an hour to go in this game. And I think that we'll definitely see some more goals in it. How many more? Good save by the keeper there. What are you having for tea tonight anyway? Tell me. Tell me what you're having for your tea tonight, because I'm going to have... There is a United Stand show now if you want to check it out. I don't know whether they're live yet. It's not obviously not me. I'm not doing it. It's talking about this Amad Diallo tug of war with Atalanta. Nick M says, I think next season could be the real test for Leeds. No promotion money, but we'll need to strengthen their squad. Chance of losing a few players too. And Mark, would you rather lose 5-4 and be entertained or win 1-0 and be bored? Well, you still win, Oliver, so it's definitely I would rather win 5-4. Of course I would. Entertainment is what we want in football. A lot of people having Chinese and turkey and ham pie, says Kit. Margarita pizza, says Liam. Burger and chips, says Maxoon. Prawn curry, says Patrick Connors. Do you watch cricket, says PB. I watch the Ashes. Chip City in my house, says Fletcher Gould. And nothing, says Joe S. I'm on a diet. Leeds are coming away here. I'm having pizza tonight. Delivered. I mean, pizza's a horrible thing for food for you know, any diet, because it's full of stodge, isn't it? But I'm looking forward to it. Sick of neutrals praising Leeds for losing. Football is about winning, not entertaining neutral fans. Frauds will go down if they keep playing this way, says Jacob C. But they beat West Brom 5-0 the other night. Leeds are a mid-table club, and they're an entertaining club. I don't think they've got. I don't even know if they've got the manager, but I certainly don't think they've got the players to be. Win. Oh no, I'd rather lose. Of course, I would rather. Here's the GDS. Look, that's not over the line. Look at the white bit. Oh, it is. That is over the line. That is over the line, and I think it was definitely over the line the second time anyway. I'd rather win 1-0 than lose 5-4. Of course, yes. Winning is the most important thing. Of course, it is. Another sub here. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Let's have a look at what we're doing. I think we're on the road to 280. We're nearly at 281,500 with 30 subscribers away. So please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Get involved with the channel. We are doing Chelsea versus Manchester City tomorrow. That's going to be a big one. 4:30 kickoff UK. And then Southampton, Liverpool on Monday night. Another big game. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Do you like pies? Says Jay Fretwell. I love them. I love pies. I'm definitely a pie and chips and gravy man. Love it. Absolutely love pies. I had pie for my lunch yesterday, actually. Not from anywhere. It was from the fridge. But yeah, I love a good pie. Leeds still probing here. But when was the last time there was a 0-0 Leeds game, says Matzel? I'm pretty sure they have drawn 0-0 this season, but I might be absolutely wrong. Red card for Celtic in that game. I tell you what, I nearly did do a Celtic watch along. 0-0. I'm glad I didn't. Hey Mark, you in the United stand have... Oh, here's Harry Kane. Keeper makes the save on the front post. Have been massively impactful in my life, says Swapnil. You keep me going. Big up to you, and the entire family will always support you, says Swapnil. The lovely comment there from Swapnil. Thank you very much for the super chat there. And it's a corner. Arsenal versus Leeds was 0-0. Yeah, and Arsenal went down to 10 men. That was Pepe, wasn't it? Leeds looking to clear here. Into Bamford. Tackled. Can we get a rewind? Sorry, I'm sorry I was a little bit quiet there because I'm also trying to sort of coordinate the United Stand stream as well. So once that's done, I can focus more on the chat. So just bear with for a little bit. So once that's live on the United Stand, I can come back to this one more. Although we've had a super chat here from Ray Cowell Brown Amore. How you doing, Ray? Happy New Year. He says, Leeds overrated. Soon as players leave, this style will then get regulated because Bielsa believes he's managing top quality side and never changes. They normally Leeds normally do run out of energy at the back end of the season as well, don't they? So it's snowing in Manchester, says Weddy. Thank you. Thanks for the snow update. Leeds on the edge of the box, and another. The final ball to Leeds tonight has just not been that good, has it? Not been that good tonight. What do I think about Hayden Christensen, says Barry Skywalker? I just don't see how they're going to bring Darth Vader into this Obi-Wan thing, because there's a load of stuff that's been said before that he's not really in it until they meet again in Star Wars after the end of Revenge of the Sith. So it's going to be interesting how they do it. Another cross there from Leeds. It goes for a corner. I do have a fantasy football team, Tom. I haven't changed it in a month, but I've got 45 points because Fernandez got me 20 points as captain, and I've got Son and Kane. I didn't qualify for the cup. Oh no, you've got to be in the top 4 million to get into the cup, and I was in. I'm in the top 2 million though. That's a bit unlucky. I didn't get to qualify for the cup there. I must have not been in it when it was starting. Weird. I'm just looking at the weather forecast here for you. It's she's looking at Sunday. I don't want Sunday. I want to have a look at today. She says snow and ice today and overnight, slight coverings, slippery conditions. She's showing me the map. There's a swathe of snow coming down the country, which means there could be a scattering of snow for a lot of people. Boring. Weather report. If you want to get the update on what's going on with Diallo to Manchester United, we are live on the United Stand right now with Flex. So yeah, I'm trying to think of something you could wind him up with in the live comments. How's about? Trying to think. Mark, Series 3 of Cobra Kai is out when you're watching it. I've already started watching it, Oscar Hunt. Did you end up ever getting the Lego Death Star, says Kane? No, I didn't. I didn't actually. I wouldn't have minded getting it. Corner to Leeds here. Whipped in. I'm trying to think what you could get Flex with that he'd fall for. Casido deal done. No, he wouldn't. He'd know that was bullshit. Here's Harry Kane. Shoots from his own half. Way over the bar. Well, not too far over the bar, but he went for it. Yes, that's a good one. Right. United Stand are live now. If you want to be part of the joke, just go into the live comments and type Lingard off to Southampton. Lingard off to Southampton. And it'll be like, oh, that's a bit of a weird one. There might be something in that. You'll get him. Rangers are leading 1-0 as well. Rangers are the new dominant force, aren't they, in Scottish football? And that'll go. Is that another corner for Leeds? Yep, it is. Yeah, I'm looking at the live comments on United Stand. Well done, everyone. Lingard off to Southampton. Loads of people talking about it. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Well done. Make sure you smash him a like on the video, though, just to be nice. You know, you can't just troll him. What episode are you on? At the moment, I'm about to start episode 6. I think I fell asleep in episode 2 because I was watching quite late last night. So really, I've got to start that again. Would you be happy if Ed buys Sancho, who doesn't perform nowadays, instead of Grealish? Says Farid. I think Jadon Sancho is a fantastic player. I just don't know whether it's the right deal for Manchester United. Fantastic tackle there. Leeds on the attack. He's going to be selfish and go on his own. What? They don't pass enough. I'll tell you what Leeds' problem is. They don't pass enough in the final third. Apparently Flex has fallen for it as well. Every time. Every time. Well done. Well done, everybody. Well done. Make sure you smash him a like on the video, though, because if we get them, you've got to give them a like, because it's basically acceptance that we've won. So well done on that one. Another corner for Leeds here. And Lloris does quite well. I don't think Spurs are going to be giving up this, do you? I really don't. Substitution here. Sissoko is coming on. I think Mourinho would be very happy with that. I think Mourinho is going to be very happy with this result today. They've not conceded 3 goals. 4 points off the top as well. Don't forget that. 4 points off the top. Flex is live on the United Stand at the moment talking about Atalanta wanting to keep Amad Diallo until June. We all thought he was coming next week or this week, and might not be the case now. So Romano's tweet, but you can check that out on the United Stand if you're interested. We've still got 15 minutes to go here. So, I mean, feel free. I don't mind if you go to United Stand. Mark, I just realised your post-match reaction vid from last night is trending number 28 in South Africa on YouTube, says Kendall M. Well, Kendall M, it's not trending at all in the... Oh, no. It is trending. Probably... Let's have a look. It's trending number 45 in the UK. No, that's Wolves. It's not trending at all in the UK. That's the Wolves game. YouTube needs to sort its bloody trending out. You're trending 8th in Ireland, says Oyson. Lucas Moura is going to come on here. I'm looking forward to United playing Man City on Wednesday. Yeah, I am. I think it's going to be interesting how that pans out, to be honest with you, because I'm hoping, but look, we're doing a watch along tomorrow for Chelsea versus Man City, and that is really important because if I actually want Chelsea not to get beat against Man City because I feel that Man City are a threat. In South Africa, mate, says Kendall M. Thank you. I've upset Flex, have I? Good. I'm the prankster. I'm the original prankster. No gangster business, prankster business. Hey, everyone telling me that Dan James extended his contract. Don't kid a kidder. I ain't stupid. These fingers are staying tucked up under here. I ain't going to no Twitter or YouTube to check it out because I know it's Flex with a lame, oh, tell him Dan James is extended. Let's try and get him back. I'm the master. I don't get done. Although I have been done a couple of times, but I'm not going to get done on that. Dan James ain't extending his contract, is he? He's on a bloody massive contract as he is. He's only been here a year. The only contract extension Dan James is getting is from Sega because he's Sonic the Hedgehog. We want you to play Sonic in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You're much better than Joan Carey. I do look at Bielsa and think he's a heart attack waiting to happen. He's I don't mean for all I know he's 42, but he looks like he's in his 60s, and he gets very stressed. So can't trick a trickster. Go back and tell Flex that Harry Kane has just subbed himself off and he's pulled a United top out and he's on his way to Manchester. He's going to walk. He's got a big North Face jacket on in case it snows, but he's just said up yours to Mourinho and he's just walked off the pitch. Thing is with Flex, he'd probably believe that. He probably will believe that. Good cross. Bielsa's 65. God, in no way do I wish any. I love Bielsa. I think he's a fantastic coach. Obviously, I'm just saying that it always gets. I always think about this, and I think it's because a couple of my family members died of heart attacks, and so obviously you have to have health checkups and stuff because it's in your family, and stress is a big contributor to blood pressure, high blood pressure, and high blood pressure can lead to heart issues. So that was why I was saying it. I think it's also because he sits down on that thing and it looks like he's having a crap. And then I think about stress, sat down, having a crap. Didn't Elvis Presley die of a heart attack on the toilet as well? I don't think Bielsa's overrated. I think he's a very, very good coach. I said it after the United game. I thought that they had loads of. I mean, Leeds have played well here. There's just a naivety to Leeds. We all know it, but are we being a little bit unfair saying that it's naivety when reality is it's just a lack of quality? You know, you look at that Leeds 11 compared to Spurs 11. There's a big quality gap. You look at Leeds against Liverpool, big quality gap. You look at Leeds against Man United, big quality gap. So I think that's the problem, isn't it? It's the quality of player that's the issue. Yeah. cleared by them. 8 minutes to go. Imagine if Spurs let 3 goals in 10 minutes. I mean, the thing is, I know some Spurs fans, and they would still be worried if Leeds scored any time in the next minute. They'd be like, I wouldn't count them against it. We've given up points before. But I think Spurs actually are safe here. I can't imagine they'd give a 3-goal up. I think Mourinho would retire. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. We're on 281,490, so we're 10 away from 281,500. Subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We are doing Chelsea versus Man City tomorrow. Good header by Bamford, but it's a long way out and it's straight at Lloris. I'm interested to look at that actually, because they've chances wise, I guarantee you this is a lot closer than the scoreline. Much the same as it was with United. So Leeds have had 66% possession. They've had 16 shots to Spurs 9, 4 on target to Spurs 7. So it's not as equal as it was at half time. Happy New Year, welcome back, Man United. It's been a while, says Sean Kelly. You'll never walk alone. So Arsenal fans who were hoping that Spurs would lose. Spurs are in 3rd place on 29, and you've played the same amount of games, and you're on 20. So they're 9 points ahead of you. Yeah, you can close the gap to 6, but they've played a game less. So, and their game in hand is Fulham, so they're 9 points ahead of you. I mean, the thing for me for Arsenal is, somebody did ask me, where do you think Arsenal are going to finish? I think Arsenal will win tonight. The problem Arsenal have got is, and this is the problem for Arsenal, they're a long way behind everybody. I mean, they are 13 points off United and Liverpool. They're 9 points off Spurs in 3rd. They've got West Brom tonight. I think they'll win that. Then they've got Palace. Then they've got Newcastle. I would expect Arsenal to probably win their next 3 games. And then they'll start thinking, oh, we're on the cusp of something. But then they've got Southampton away. I don't think they'll win that. Then they've got United at home. I don't think they'll win that. Then they've got Wolves away. I don't think they'll win that. Then they've got Villa away. I don't think they'll win that. Arsenal at Leeds could be difficult. Then they've got City. They won't win that. Leicester away. They won't win that. So I think Arsenal have got to win their next 3 games, because I think their next 6 games after that, they're going to struggle to find a win again. So they could almost get themselves in touching distance of the top 4 over the next 3 games, but then I think it'll all fall away again. Mark Yves Bissouma from Brighton or Dennis Zakaria as a new CDM. I'd be happy with either of those, Terrell. I really would. And Happy New Year, says Luke James. Can I ask that you don't whistle, though, please? My Staffy box across just went for my phone. Sure, she'll now whistle more. Have a good one, says Luke Jones. I can't whistle. So, yeah, I can't whistle. Dallas has just gone down injured. So 3 minutes to go here. I mean, Leeds have done well, but they've been beat 3-0. That's the bottom line, isn't it? That is the bottom line. Yellow card. Leeds need to buy this window. Their defence might as well be 4 bags of cement, said Jamie. Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't follow Leeds as closely as Leeds fans, but I think they have got injuries at the back, haven't they? Mark, can we beat Spanish Pulis, Arsenal coach, this time? We've not beat him in 2 games. I'm worried. Happy New Year, Mark, and the community, says Asmal. Look, I'm not going to say that Man United are going to beat Arsenal at the end of January. We've got bigger games to come before that. We've got Liverpool and Sheffield United. But, Arsenal against United, of course Arsenal can beat United. They've beaten us this season. So, I'm not saying that Arsenal can't beat us at the Emirates. They can. But it's the sort of game we need to be going and getting a result. Definitely. Hey, Mark, which exit is the most historic one in United's history? Which one would you have not wanted to happen? Beckham, Van Nistelrooy or Keane? Roy Keane was at the end of his career, so I've got no issue with that one. It wasn't great the way he left, but he was coming towards the end. Van Nistelrooy was still very, very good, and so was David Beckham. So out of those two, I mean, Ronaldo's the biggest one for me. I didn't want that to happen. That's the biggest exit. I didn't want Ronaldo to go, but you've not put that there, so I will. Between Beckham and Van Nistelrooy, I think Beckham for me was the one that hurt the most. Van Nistelrooy, we were moving on with Ronaldo and Rooney, so I think Beckham going was the one for me. 3 minutes of added time here. Remember, I am going, for every watch along I do now, I'm going to do a little 10-minute match reaction. It won't be live, but I will be recording it after the game and uploading it, so it should be up in about 20 minutes time if you want to check that back. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We are going to be doing Chelsea against Man City tomorrow and Liverpool against Southampton tomorrow on Monday as well. So we've got 3 days of watch-alongs. This one certainly hasn't disappointed. Leeds and football games equal goals, and that's certainly what we've seen. Now, I don't want to depress you all, but I've got a little bit of breaking news that you might not be aware of. I know we're watching this game here, but if you were looking forward to watching Burnley play Fulham tomorrow lunchtime, it's been cancelled because of COVID. I know. But look, at least Chelsea are playing Man City at 4:30, and you can watch Newcastle against Leicester at 2:15. But the big one, Burnley against Fulham, has been postponed because of COVID tomorrow. So there you go. I try not to be sarcastic about it, but there you go. Crystal Palace are playing Sheffield United at 3 o'clock if you're really bored. Brighton against Wolves at 5:30 if you're really bored. West Brom against Arsenal tonight if you're depressed. But my next match is going to be Chelsea against Man City tomorrow at 4:30. And as I said, we'll do Liverpool against Southampton on Monday. United are playing Manchester City on Wednesday in the Carabao Cup. And they've got Friday night football next week, Villa against Liverpool in the FA Cup, which should be interesting because I imagine, that's on paper that's a good game, but in reality, both teams will probably put out there. Red card for Doherty here. I've totally missed it. Just a silly yellow card, really. Second yellow. Leeds, can they come back in 30 seconds? They need 3 goals in 30 seconds. Bamford's on the front post. That'll go wide. So Mourinho will love the clean sheets. He loves the clean sheets. That'll be the thing that makes him most happy. I'm going to have a lovely cup of tea in a minute. I'm cold. I am live tonight at 8 o'clock on the United Stand, yes. So you can tune in for that if you want to. That'll be my next live show. I'm going to have my pizza tonight first. Oh, I'm tired. I've not really got over New Year's Eve. You know what? That Leeds don't have one centre back at the moment, says Ollie. There you go. There you go. And that's the full-time whistle. So United Stand, Flex is live there at the moment if you want to pop over United Stand and continue the chat. Thanks everyone for watching. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I'm going to put up a match reaction on here very soon. I'll speak to you on the next one. Thanks for watching.